Hello, my name is Alexandria Scaltrito, and today I'll be explaining sulcus sign. The sulcus sign test is used to evaluate the laxity of the glenohumeral joint. This joint is made up of the head of the humerus articulating with the glenoid fossa of the scapula. Instability in this joint can be caused by damage to the surrounding ligaments, like the superior glenohumeral ligament and the coracohumeral ligament. Activities or sports that can cause this instability or cause irritation to these ligaments include sports involving a lot of throwing movements, like baseball, swimming, football, and so on. Another way to define a type of damage in this area is something called multidirectional instability, which is when repeated stress occurs to the ligaments surrounding the joint. This makes it so the arm is in somewhat a loose position in the socket, which in turn results in frequent subluxation and dislocation in multiple directions. For this test, a sulcus is defined as a depression in the skin greater than roughly 1 to 2 centimeters, spanning the lateral portion of the acromion and the head of the humerus. The presence of the sulcus results in a positive sulcus sign. To test for the sign, the patient is seated with their arms at rest and back straight. The examiner will stand facing the shoulder of the patient from a lateral point of view. Firmly grasping the elbow joint with one hand, the examiner will then place the other hand on the inferior side of the shoulder near the glenohumeral joint. The action that takes place here is that the examiner pulls down on the elbow while maintaining the other hand above the joint, so that should a sulcus appear, it is clearly defined. In literature, a study using 50 participants found that 21 subjects had multidirectional instability. Of these 21, only 5 tested positive for sulcus sign, signifying that this injury has high specificity and low sensitivity, meaning there are few who suffer from this type of shoulder injury that test positive for sulcus sign. Here are some references.
Okay, so when testing for sulcus sign, a positive sign is going to be a depression or a space between the head of the humerus and the space of the glenoid fossa. You're going to be able to observe that. You could also palpate it if you put your finger between the glenohumeral joint. So to test for this, you're going to put your hand on the posterior side of the scapula of your patient, and you're going to have the other hand firmly grasping the elbow joint. And the action you're going to make is a downward pull. You don't want to pull out, you just want to pull down. And as you're performing this action, you should be able to see the sulcus if it is in fact a positive sign.